Welcome, welcome. This is interesting now. When they tried to force Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, to apologize and to say thank you, and also based on the words he said when he was with Democrat on a campaign, because Democrat was at that time Biden was the president, and Zelensky had to say something about Trump and Biden, but you will be surprised. Look, when your country is destroyed, sometimes you have no apology. You know, he showed how much he loves his country, and everybody was surprised. He went back and forth with President Trump and Vice President Vance, and I can tell you, there's a few presidents in this world who can face Donald Trump with his vice president and everybody on over here with this microphone and camera like that. You can tell how much he feels and how much he feels about his country. A brave president. Watch. This is live when they was signing the deal.
Then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, yeah, the situation the same. The people are been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him. Me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine? That you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you. But you have nice ocean.
That's
and
right.
Don't feel now, but you will feel it
gonna go crazy
in the
now.
future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
I'm not
You're
dictating.
in no position to.
Remember, his country is destroyed. Russia took more than 20% of Ukraine. He's trying to tell them what Russia is. They're trying to stop him. They don't try to understand his position, and he's not intimidated. He's not. Look, everybody respects President Trump. Everybody fear President Trump. Everybody's afraid when it comes to negotiate with these guys, with President Trump. Zelensky is not. You will understand why. Because his country is destroyed, and they're trying to convince him to apologize for whatever he said. But he's not going to stop. Watch right here.
dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and
of
he
the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a
Brown,
good position.
I
You don't have
I
the cards right now. With us, you start having.
Not
There's no other president in the world who took over Trump. When Trump is talking, everybody listen. He's now.
playing cards.
Right now, you don't.
I'm
Yeah,
very
you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think
You're
you-
gambling with World War
What do you-
III.
what do you
You're
think about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And
Me?
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
I'm
That's
with all
backed
respect to
you
your
far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once? This
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States
what
of
are you speaking
America
about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can-
trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid
thank-
president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me.
equipment,
Look, in a time of war, a president have to be strong. This is a true president. There's no any other president in the world who is doing this, who have never done this. Zelenskyy is a true president. And after this war, he's gonna come out as the most brave president in the world. To face Trump like that, he's gonna come out as the most brave president in the world.
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is
Yeah,
something
maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be a
There you go.
very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
accept
times
that
thank
there,
you
accept
to
that-
American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than.
You know, if there was another country, Trump would be like, okay, we stop here, we're not going to sign this deal. But they don't have a choice because Ukraine has what America needs. Ukraine has what everybody in the world needs, those minerals. They don't have a choice. Oh, gosh.
Trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're
I
saying
said-
you don't want a
But I
ceasefire.
said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins.
I like President Trump. Look, this is what's supposed to be when it comes to this negotiation between the countries. Other countries going to hide in office and sign this agreement when nobody knows what's going on, and they're gonna say this country and the people we never know what's going on. This is what it's supposed to be. Now everybody's watching. Everybody know what's going on. Ukrainian, they see what's going on. They know what this guy is going to sign for. That's what this was supposed to be. Trump will say, "Well, I want everybody to understand what's going on." Yes, that's the true president right here. They don't want to hide these deals. Everybody want to see it.
You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards, but without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make. because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51.
Zelenskyy is not praying.
All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see what we can do about putting it together. Thanks. We'll see.
Look. Yeah. It's his country, and the whole country is destroyed. He's not going to apologize for what he said before. And he knows this deal is a win-win. U.S. needs these minerals, and he needs this weapon. So he knows that he got a cards. Trump say you have nothing to say, you have no cards, but Zelenskyy knows what's going on. U.S. cannot handle Russia to take over Ukraine because it's gonna be a mess in the whole Europe. So now, watch what General Jack Keane will say about this contract. It's going to backfire on Putin because once the United States sign this deal, it's going to be over for Russia. They're not going to attack anymore. It looks like Zelenskyy is losing about the deal, but this is the most deal Putin we're not going to like. We're not going to appreciate once he find out what's going on. And I'm pretty sure he knows. But he just don't stop it because he also need this war to stop because he lost a lot of people and the country is going not very well. Like, the news said every country is losing 1,000 military every day. Watch what the general is going to say. Once this deal is done and the U.S. starts to do this business in Ukraine, Russia is going to be in trouble because they're not going to attack anymore. And this deal is not going to stop tomorrow. This is going to go forever. So for Russia and Putin, it's not a win. They lose in this.
General, Fox News strategic analyst, chairman of the Institute for the Study of War. General, your thoughts about the deal that's going to be coming down today, and they're going to announce it about 11 o'clock.
Well, I think it's overwhelmingly positive, and certainly both sides had a compromise to get the deal, which is pretty normal and certainly something President Trump is used to seeing. And why is it so positive? Well, look at it. It ties the United States to Ukraine for a generation in terms of exploration and mining for these rare minerals. It ties us economically, politically, and obviously with an unbelievable interest in the future security of Ukraine. Why? Because if war continues, there's no exploration, there's no construction going on, there's no mining going on during a conflict. That's for sure. And Putin, you know full well, does not like this deal. So this deal is in the United States and Ukraine's interest. And that's what makes it a good deal.
General, as you know, in 2014, they stopped fighting, and the ceasefire was breached in 2022 with the invasion. This time, allies are saying we're going to put a peacekeeping force of maybe 30,000 there. The UK said you can count us in. Looks like France, too, not us. But you say that's a non-starter for Russia? Well, that's a stop for, that's also a non-starter for the West.
Well, I think it remains to be seen if Putin is really going to negotiate, and that means be willing to make some compromise. He's already come in with a hardline position at the negotiations that took place yesterday, where they said they want more territory than what they're occupying. He wants Ukraine to demilitarize. He wants them to have an election so he can undermine that election successfully, as he's done very much in the past, and hopefully get a stooge in there that he can influence and control. He wants Ukraine to go down to 85,000 troops only and only be able to fire a missile 40 kilometers, 25, 30 miles, in other words. So those are very hard-line positions. It remains to be seen how much progress we're going to make here. But Putin has got major military problems and personnel problems coming in 25. There's a lot more pressure inside on Putin than what is recognized publicly. Ukraine going into this, they mentioned, as we just discussed here, they want some future security here. And certainly the Euros providing peacekeeping forces a step in that direction. But listen, here's what we do know, Brian. If we get a deal and there is ceasefire and some kind of an agreement, Putin will look at that as a temporary pause. In the meantime, China, Iran, and North Korea will continue to arm him. Sanctions relief likely will take place. That'll give him the opportunity to recover his defense industrial base. President Zelenskyy knows this. The Trump team know this. What else could we do then to strengthen Ukraine to deter Putin? We can help him build an F-16 Air Force, give him long-range missiles, air defense systems, artillery weapons, all the things that we've done that have helped to make a difference, just not in time to be decisive by the Biden administration. More tanks and armored vehicles. The Trump team can come up with their own list with Zelenskyy, but just to give our audience a feel for what that would take place. And guess what, Brian? There's no reason for the American taxpayers to spend $1 on this. The brilliant journalist Mark Thiessen and I wrote an op-ed about this deal that's coming right now on rare minerals, but also using Russian frozen assets. And the State Department can issue loans. They just issued a foreign military funding loan to Poland, $11 billion. It's a loan. What is Poland going to do with that? Build up their defense industrial base. We can do much the same with Ukraine and take the American taxpayer off the table, but strengthen Ukraine in terms of their own security to deter a future attack from Russia, which Zelenskyy knows will come at some point.
So interesting, because you could tell Putin, how do you, if you want that hard line, if you walk away from the table, you're not going to like what's going to happen in Ukraine. So there's going to be a price to pay. Also, does he want to alienate Donald Trump the first months of an administration who he's got to deal with for the next 4 years? The question is, how much pain is Vladimir Putin and his country in? General, I just love talking to you about it because you're right at the tip of the spear.
Yeah, when this general say, I listen. I listen because he knows who he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about, and he knows all these people. So, guys, it's gonna be entertaining in the next few years to come. The new leader of Germany, he's strong like never before. UK, they're going all the way down. France, same. So they're going to really put together a nice package for Ukraine. And US is going to have all this nice and big business in Ukraine. So Russia, I don't know what they're going to do, but this is what I'm saying. For Russia, it's over. It's over. if this is going to take place. So we will see what will happen. But as Trump said, stop the killing. Let this war stop, and they will figure out whatever they want to figure out later after this. But losing 1,000 personal every day, it's not nobody's going to win this. There's no win in this war if that's the case. Thank you very much, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, consider to subscribe to the channel. We very much appreciate it. And for you guys who constantly watch our video, who stay with us, we appreciate you. We love you. And I will see you next time. Thank you.
Business.